It's hard to understand the way that you went out. I bet you're living with a little hint of doubt. Maybe next time when you gotta show your hand, you won't cut and run, you'll finally make a stand. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Existential questions always get you down. All you want to know is are we lost or found? Is there something that you feel you need to chase? I bet you thought you'd put me in my place. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. You can run, you can hide, but inside, I'm finally getting to you. Yes, it's true. I still love you, but I am getting to you.
Stand by to initiate release sequencer. On my mark. 5,
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
2, 1. Mark.
Welcome back to the Resupply with me, Guy Next Door.
Me? I mean DK.
Oh, you asshole. And Methan.
Bringing you your weekly double tap of all things Space Marines and Laser Force. Right on cue, my friend Fireball DK, your mic cut out. It was like, it went, and me, blank, your joke. Nah, oh, I mean DK. It's like, okay, cool. I'm sure that was hilarious.
I actually thought that he had done it deliberately with the pause, just because we had been having
Exactly
this
what
discussion.
happened.
Okay.
Comedic timing
Yes.
at its finest.
Yeah, because we had just been having this discussion before the show about DK's mic cutting out sometimes and not broadcasting. So I just thought he was being deliberately fucking clever.
Then I felt like Steve's cut out for a half second for me, so who knows what's going on.
I blame Texas. Hello chat.
Dude. Oof.
We'll get there.
Hey, yes,
get
coming
there.
to us from the third world of the United States, Dan.
Jesus.
I want to say
Fuck.
a very quick good morning, good evening to chat. Hey, Gary Breen, nice to see you back. I didn't try the glitch myself. I tried to find the video on YouTube, and I found a couple of really amusing ones. So I'm not sure if I found the right one, but yeah, it's something that eventually I will get to. Somebody started a prediction. Will DK have tech problems? Weird.
It's
I have tech problems.
almost
The mic doesn't cut out for me. It only cuts out for you. The rest of you have tech problems. I'm fine.
it's almost like people have watched this channel before or something.
For those that haven't, and I know there's at least one of you who haven't seen our podcast before, we talk about everything Space Marines and Laser Force normally. However, this week, slow news week here in the Resupply offices.
Depends upon your point of view on what a slow news week is.
We all played an equal amount of Laser Force in the last 7 days.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate actually. Look, it's snow news week. Fucking man, even now accidents are right on point. I'm up. There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Goes me right at the top, and then I told my two friends to be here, and I'm waiting on.
Yes,
on
I have the stream open. I just.
Well, look, I'm waiting for the bottom of the pyramid to fill out, so this guy makes a mint.
Yeah, makes a
You
ton
and
of
your
money.
pyramid schemes.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
jackass.
we're gonna talk about that too, but
Oh, excellent.
we got a few things to touch on. So, Glader said they asked and they can't decide what to call that game. Laser Ball seems to be the Force Ball is not a good name for that game.
No, that just seems rife for something and none of it good.
You try to cram yourself into tights too hard.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna. Sorry, I got a second wave. I got a second wave of that joke. It was great. So, like, I don't know. I think like Laser Ball seems like the thing to call it. Speedball's not a bad idea. I'm gonna have a think. Actually.
Speedball has its own connotations, though, that I don't know that you want in a laser tag setting.
Rest in peace, John Belushi.
Yeah, just throwing that out there.
Yeah. So, ignore the drug reference.
That's not what this show is about.
I'll have a think because I reckon I wanna add something more to this game. This game intrigues me, so I'm gonna have a think about what this game could be called. It's called Steve Ball.
And for those of you without your decoder rings, what they're talking about is a brand new laser tag game that is currently under development at Laser Force HQ in Brisbane. So for those of you going, what the fuck are they talking about? There you go. There is your backstory to bring it all together so you understand what the previous 45 seconds to a minute we're talking about. Because I know we had some people kind of confused.
If you would like more information, feel free to check out our YouTube page where we upload all of our past episodes, which will actually kind of become semi-important as we go through today's episode, possibly. We now have to hold
homework
the
for
front
this.
button to
Oh man.
There's a pastime. These are all great updates. Let's deal with this first. So they now have to hold the front button to pass the ball. You're welcome. There's a pass timer. You can't just hold on to the ball. What happens if you just hold on to the ball? Does it get awarded to the other team or something, or I would like to know more. Gives it to the other team. Oh, that makes sense.
And so what's the pass timer, Glader?
You get weak and drop it. Weak.
It's like a shot clock in basketball. Sort of.
I like that. That's kind of cool. That
30
way,
seconds.
right?
All right, fair.
Yeah. Well, that's
so basically, you can't just have somebody take it and hide and lock the game out.
Check the missile.
Okay.
Fucking behind the missile.
Stupid missile. Never gonna forget that.
Sounds play the NBA shot clock music. What the? No, I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't.
Mostly because I can't remember what it sounds like.
Just make it up right now. No one will know.
Yeah, it's that plays.
That's exactly it.
Fucking nailed that shit. We've got.
Did you though?
Oh yeah, definitely. In my head, that song constantly plays. over and over.
That explains so much.
It really, really does.
If you guys could actually give our YouTube page a follow, that would be really helpful. We want to get it so that we don't just have a crappy link like what you see in the chat. That way.
I say we take off and nuke the entire site from orbit.
A nuke even. Thank you. It's way less loud these days, Stallion. I turned that shit
Laser
down.
ball is like okay, but I feel like there has to be a better one out there. Like I was thinking some sort of 80s shout out to rollerball, but there was rolling in that, and as much as I'm a little out of shape, there's no real rolling in laser tag, so
No.
I don't think that really fits.
You
Yeah,
want to get on this,
that-
Buzz?
I don't know.
Down the ramp. Just fucking. Yeah,
Don't do
we
that.
They should put a murder ball. Fucking yes, please.
That's metal.
Ball 8.
So I mean, actually, I don't object to Murder Ball. I think that's fantastic, but it's probably not.
Not going to sell it to operators.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not a really great idea to have a game with murder in the name, for something that's intended as a family entertainment system thing. Yeah.
What about like
Point of trivia, SM5 used to be called Space Murder 5. They had to change it. No good.
soccer ball run? Ooh.
No.
You're on a high and with Cannonball Run and then just crashed right back down to earth. A soccer ball run. What about like
No, that's fucking terrible.
What about like nah, never mind. It'll come to me. I had it and then soccer ball run just pushed everything out and
Well, yeah, because
ruined the day.
because it was so fucking terrible. So yeah, no, it's totally understandable why a suggestion that fucking bad, why something that fucking bad would push any good ideas out of your head, because you're so stunned that somebody would be that fucking stupid to come up with that bad of an idea. You're like, how does that even happen? How does that even cross your mind? And you want to publicize it? It makes no fucking sense.
Oh, Steve the
Stop
Third is
abusing the chat.
Steve number 3. So there's a new game. There's a new game with Laser Force, which they are referring to in Brisbane as soccer, or I don't. Somebody said like zone ball or something. But we're trying to figure out the best name for this game. Unsubscribed.
See, I told you it was going to happen. Damn it, Than.
I love you too, Andrew.
but we'll get there. It's literally zone ball. Stop saying
really
that,
is.
No, it's
Smalley.
not.
It's definitely
Don't say
not.
that.
Yeah, it's a terrible name. We don't like the Z word around here. No.
You want to get sued? Come on.
We are 100% not stealing this game from Zone in any way, shape, or form.
We're not trying to push Zone out of the market and corner it for Laser Force. Not at all.
Oddball is
Just
not
like-
bad.
Just like Zone has never ever tried to mimic Laser Force games ever. That has never been a thing that's happened in the
Poorly,
entirety
I
of
might add.
history ever.
What about
Yeah.
Balls Deep, but with a Z? Oh, look, I got a facepalm and a laugh. Yes!
For one.
Spaceballs. Oh my god, Spaceballs! Oh,
Okay.
that's it
New
right
leader.
there.
Maddie's got it.
Maddie's got
That's
it.
it.
You got it, Matt.
Spaceballs. Oh,
Yes.
genius.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good job,
genius.
Maddie.
Well,
Well
done,
done.
sir. Well, he just the best. He's just the best.
He really
Somebody needs
is.
to give him a producer credit.
Yeah,
There we
exactly
go.
right.
That's your reward. No money, but a producer credit. You
even
get
if
paid in exposure.
even if they don't call it that officially, that's probably what it's going to be known as. Cheers. I knew it. It's surrounded by
I say
assholes.
we take
I'm only
off
doing
and
it 'cause
nuke
you were the one who
entire
did it, Matt.
site from orbit.
That was amazing.
Other than that, you don't tell me what to do.
So Spaceballs 2 is just a search for more money. It just ends up being suing Laser Force. Sure.
Good, you can have our tens of dollars.
We ain't found shit. So look, what a great way to start the show. It's such a high. We're at a high. We're gonna bring the show down a little bit, and then we're gonna. It's one of these types of shows.
Roller coaster. It's going to be a roller coaster of emotions today.
So
Ideally.
we
Pressures are on the resupply, so
we here on the Resupply have been throwing our support behind our boy Ninja Jack, who plays out of Auckland Laser Force. Nate has been raising funds for the Mental Health Foundation of New Zealand, both in February and March. He is going dry for the guys. He's basically he likes himself. He likes himself a beverage. Hey Nate, how's that for timing? He likes himself a bit of the old devil's juice, and has decided to give it up for a couple of months to help raise funds for the Mental Health Foundation in New Zealand. Nate, what's your total up to, bro? Last time I checked, you were on the upwards trend towards hitting your new goal, or towards hitting that $2,000 mark. Yeah, so if you would like to donate, if you would like to help out our boy, please, it says 1669 at the moment. What a
Nice.
great number. Nice.
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 Let's get it up to 69,420, everyone.
So yeah, if you would like to donate, every little bit would really helps. We want to see if we can hit that $2,000 mark. But just click on the link, and any little bit that you could give would be amazing. We have been very open about our experiences, our struggles, our triumphs with mental health. It's something that's very, very important to the three of us at the moment. And if obviously if you've been around for a while, you know that Than has been on his own journey as of late. How was this week for you, my friend?
This week for me, well, yeah, Stallion in chat says one word: cold.
It's a good word.
It's a good word, not entirely fully accurate, but believe me, we will get to adventures and how fucking fucked the Texas weather was this week. Like,
We'll get to story time.
oh yeah, we will definitely get to story time. But as far as where I am this week, so one of the things with any type of therapy is that one of the net goals of it is change, and because if you're doing something in with therapy, there's generally something in your life that isn't working, and you're trying to make those pieces work. Or if not make those pieces work, make them either make sense or make changes to make things work better. And my kind of net result of this journey this week is that my wife and I are going to be getting a divorce. And there's no bitterness or vindictiveness on either side with it. It's just a case of the relationship has run its course, and that has basically been something that the therapy over the last month or so has kind of really brought into kind of sharp focus for myself that there were things things that weren't working that I was kind of avoiding because they're hard conversations, but those conversations, that was basically Monday of this week. That happened, and so this week has been a lot of kind of figuring out the habitation, kind of rearranging things, kind of, and figuring out what the next steps actually are, and if it looks like I'm relatively calm at the moment discussing this, the reality is that honestly I've been doing kind of processing through this really since kind of the beginning of November. So it's been something that was already kind of working through, and then starting the therapy. Well, no, the bottoming out happened. The going to therapy happened after the bottoming out, and that just kind of put everything into that no, this is the right path forward. It's gonna suck in the immediate, but
probably in the mid too, I would imagine.
Probably in the mid
Yeah.
mid as well.
Yeah.
But the long term on it is probably it is going to be better the whole way around. But yeah, I mean, I know that there are some people in this chat that are friends with both my wife and I, and like I need to be really, really, really fucking clear that there legit is no bitterness, no vindictiveness. There is nothing. There's nothing negative causing this. It's just the relationship has run its course. And while I know that my friends are not dickbags, I feel that's something that is really important to say, that
Sure.
there isn't anything for people to be like mad about at things. So that was kind of the start of my week.
Oh, is that it?
But I mean, to be serious about that, though, it's better to figure something like that out in therapy with a professional than to let things just kind of degrade and not talk about it and end up in a situation where there is malice or vindictiveness associated with it. So I mean, I agree, it sucks, and I feel bad for both of you. But if that is the right thing, then that's the right thing, and the healing has to happen over time. So that's what we're all here for.
And the reason for the laughter on stream, Stallion's comment in chat. So all this shitty weather in Texas is just your emotional projection.
That is correct.
Sure.
Than famously does control the weather.
Yeah, 100%.
In certain parts of Texas, not the whole. It's a big place.
Is the American Elsa. So there you go.
So yeah, so this is.
Hey man.
So this.
You've got to let us in to that ice castle you call a heart. All right, let it go.
Just let it go. But yeah, so obviously, I mean, this is not something that is going on, any sort of social media. I don't live my life on social media except when I'm playing music, which is a whole separate thing. But I felt it was an important thing to mention, because that is the journey that I'm currently on, and because we have been so open about that. It's plus, I mean, it's something that is going to, there's going to be conversations that will happen that are like, wait, what? This is a thing?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a thing. So,
I mean, I can't imagine that it's overly easy to. It's definitely not an easy thing to go through in general. I can't imagine that it's easy talking about it on a podcast, let alone just one-on-one conversations or conversations with friends over chat. So like it's pretty brave of you I wasn't even sure if it was something that you were going to talk about today.
Nope,
So
I was going to steer clear of the topic and let Fan talk.
yeah. It's very brave of you to do, my friend. And like I know that but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like, we love you. We love you both, but we love you, and you have a whole community here that has your back, like for support or comedic reasons or casual gaming hangs or whatever. I love you too, Glader. Don't do the Barney song.
He does love you. That's just how he shows it. It's very unique.
Yeah.
You're used to this by now.
But yeah, like it's awesome. It's awesome that there are like it's a sucky thing. I can't even imagine what it's like.
They don't make a lot of cards for that. They aren't great sellers at the Hallmark store.
That's
So,
where my
you don't
niche
know exactly what to say.
my niche greeting card company is gonna operate in these like uncomfortable areas. Get well soon. Perfect.
It's just a card that just says, "Well, this is awkward."
How about that weather?
How about that weather? Question mark.
Yeah. So yeah, it seems like it's a positive thing, a shitty thing, but a positive thing. And that's all we kind of want for you is like positivity, I suppose. Even in bad situations or uncomfortable situations, positivity is still an excellent thing to strive for. So yeah, heavy, dude, heavy.
yeah. Well,
So that was Monday.
So yeah. So
Oh shit, we got the rest of the week to cover. Oh man.
I know. So yeah, for those of you following along at home, Texas, what the absolute fuck?
It's so funny because before we started the podcast, Tham was like, "We got to talk about this. It's global news," and I was like, "Ho, whoa, global. Just because it's in America, mate, doesn't mean the whole world is knowing what's happening in your side of the hood." So, like, I don't know. I don't tap into a lot of news sources, even though Facebook hasn't censored our country.
Hey, when the meth addict in your neighborhood has nuclear weapons, you got to pay attention. So it may not be your country, but
Valid point.
I don't think we have nukes here. I don't think that we're allowed them.
You're not.
Yeah,
We don't
too
trust
little.
you.
Yeah.
you can't just buy them at 7-Eleven like we do.
So what is happening in your state?
So first, we'll start with the good news. That, well, good-ish. The complete weather bomb we got has passed. Yay!
Well, the other good
Um,
news is, you have power to do the show.
That is also important.
Why would you say that out loud? Yeah.
Yeah, no. So for quick recap, basically the entirety of the middle of the U.S. got hit with a ridiculous blast of Arctic air. Record low temperatures across multiple states, dogs and cats living together, total chaos. So literally the entire state of Texas was under a winter storm warning, which has never happened before.
Right.
It's a big goddamn state. I mean,
I heard Texas is big.
Yeah, for the entirety of the state to be under a winter storm warning is, again, it's never happened before. Where I am in the DFW area, we hit some pretty ridiculous record lows. Like, we literally hit 0 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think in real temperature is like -22 or something stupid like that.
Yeah, it's negative 20-ish.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, and with the wind chill at points, we were down literally -20 Fahrenheit, which is, we're down into the like -28, 30 Celsius. Like, it was bad. Such an understatement word. So this
bad.
wouldn't.
Thank you, Matt. So yeah, see, 20-ish. That's ish.
Yeah, it's very ish. So this was already going to be challenging because Texas does not get this cold. We get cold for like a couple of days a year, and for Texas, cold is like
when the snow builds up on the hat. No.
Yeah, that doesn't normally happen in most places. There's parts of Northwest Texas that happens, but where I am, which is what I care about, it's not a normal thing. The last time we had snow that was greater than an inch was back in 2015. So it's literally been 5 years since we've had snow in any sort of quantity. And it's never been this cold. Well, complicating factors is Texas runs its own power grid. This is important to the story because Texas are a pack of fuckwits and do not want their power grid subject to federal regulations.
Smart.
Keep that government off my power.
We don't trust going down here.
And so, so they have their own grid, which does not have to.
Magda Adams, thank you for following. Appreciate it.
Which does not have to follow federal regulations about winterizing all of the equipment. This is going to become very important to the story here in a minute.
Weather watch.
The other piece to it is that because it doesn't really interconnect, it can only import a very, very, very small amount of power relative to consumption. And Shawnee asking in chat, is it true they chose sections of Texas to deliberately shut the power off there? We'll get there.
Kind of a yes, but kind of answer.
kind of a yes, but. So because Texas does not, really winterize their shit because they don't think it's cost effective, basically, we can't profit as much if we winterize our shit, and we don't have to winterize our shit because we're not federally regulated because we're not directly tied into either the eastern or western power grids.
Worst Texas accent ever.
Anyway, yeah, so here comes the massive wall of cold air, and there goes literally 30 megawatts worth of power generation because the natural gas and coal plants can't keep up because they're freezing, basically, because nothing was winterized to the extent it should have been. The natural gas pressure to the plants was too low to maintain. Also, Texas does have a fair amount of wind production. Well, when you don't winterize the windmills correctly, funnily enough, they freeze. So that's a thing.
Yeah, that was quite the press conference that Abbott gave about that.
But in the
What the fuck?
in the winter, the Texas grid is only expecting about 5 to 10% of its generation from wind. Like, it's not expecting the bulk from it. So yeah, there was some capacity lost from wind. The fact that 90 to 95% of the generation was supposed to be everything else not wind, yeah, wasn't really the reason for this. Yeah, it wasn't the reason for the problem. So all this shit going offline, all these power plants going offline, and well, suddenly you've got in my case, we started having rolling blackouts at 4 a.m. on a Monday. I was in rolling blackouts until what's today? Today's Friday. Today is Friday. Fuck. I was in rolling blackouts literally. Yeah, I was in rolling blackouts until basically a little after noon on Wednesday.
It really, really sucks.
I consider myself lucky because the rolling blackouts were basically ended up being like 45 minutes on, 45 minutes off, which is not great. But the power was coming on long enough so that the heater could kick on and heat the house up a little bit. I'm fortunate. Yeah, I'm fortunate that I live in a newer house that is very well insulated, so not much heat bleed. We did lose hot water because I have a tankless hot water heater. Hot water heater. What the fuck am I thinking? Tankless water heater. Shit. And funnily enough, if you don't drip your taps on a tankless system, those pipes freeze up because they're separate. So we never lost our cold water. Like we had water. Cool. We just didn't have hot water from Monday literally until last night when the pipes unfroze enough. So that hot shower that I got to take last night was like the greatest fucking thing ever. Not gonna lie.
Snow, mate.
It was literally one of the best showers I've ever taken. Because like, oh my god, this is so good. So my neighborhood, honestly, super fortunate in terms of the power. My house in particular, like we didn't have any busted pipes. There are some people in the neighborhood that are not that fortunate. Yeah, there are a lot of busy plumbers right now in my neighborhood. But even our neighborhood got off pretty lightly comparatively with a lot of neighborhoods that didn't have power literally from the point on Monday morning when the Texas power grid went, oh shit, we need to shed load or else we're really going to be fucked. So there are still people now that have been without power for literally 5 days.
Brutal.
And just seeing some of the pictures that have been in various news stories as I've been following this, it's just, you're seeing, toilets where literally like there's icicles coming out of them because shit has gotten that cold.
Ew.
People, people had filled their bathtubs up with water just to have and then freezing solid inside of people's apartments. Just complete ridiculousness.
That's great.
It's
Well, like
with stuff like that.
they're the worst
8 million
kind of-
people or something are still on water boil advisories in the state.
What's
Something
the
like
water boil
that.
advisory?
Basically,
Like the water
means-
isn't safe to drink because it's all been contaminated,
right,
so you
right.
have to boil it.
Yeah, is that
Yeah,
'cause of shit
basically
getting frozen?
because the treatment plants either lost power or weren't able to push the right pressure through to do the things they needed to do.
Right.
And again, fortunately for me, that was not a thing. I didn't have to boil water or do anything like that. But I've got friends down in Fort Worth that did. And so that's just like, okay, are you fucking kidding me? So yeah, it's been a really interesting week as far as what a third world nation Texas has been.
Imagine the shit's-a-cool.
It's just absolutely fucking dumb.
It'd be one of the worst, like second worst stalagmites I think I've ever had the privilege of encountering.
Only the second worst, though.
Only the second worst. To me, I don't know about the rest of you, but to me that sounds like Mother Nature's like, I said fucking get in quarantine, you jerks.
Okay, so even with that, Texans aren't even fucking quarantining during this because they can't, because there's so many fucking people that don't have power, and it's like, well, trying to get places that have power, whatever. Well, now everybody's trying to like congregate
clumps together
in places so they literally aren't freezing to death.
Somebody send in those southern states a message.
And so yeah,
dude.
so that's literally been like this week has been. I mean, on top of my fun, kind of watching this slow motion disaster happening has just really been like, what the fuck? And to Shawnee's question in chat earlier about were there neighborhoods that weren't shut off and did it seem to be targeted? There's a little bit of that there's a very upper end neighborhood in Dallas called Highland Park that is where a multitude of old money Dallas, Texas lives. Funnily enough, they never got shut off. Trophy Club, which is a suburb closer to me, that is also a lot of
Trophy Club? That's the name.
not
of the
even
suburb?
not even kidding. Not even kidding.
The whole
stuff
town
like,
is literally just built on the carcasses of dead animals.
yeah.
We murdered our way into happiness.
Several extinct species exist under this subdivision.
Yeah. So,
There are trophies at our club.
yeah. So I definitely know that there were a few upper end neighborhoods that didn't get rolling blackouts in any way, shape, or form.
I can't tell if you're surprised by this or not.
I am honestly.
Ep94, you're amazing. You are amazing. Thank you for following us.
I wish I was surprised, but I am 100% completely unsurprised.
Rich people don't get bad things. They just get less good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been so that's been kind of interesting to follow. Now, having said that, I do know that there are upper end neighborhoods in like Austin and Houston that definitely did get hit with outages and whatnot. So it is, as DK said, it's like it's a yes but no thing. it does seem like in some areas, yeah, that was kind of a thing, and in others, maybe not.
There
so
were some
much.
clickbait headlines that were going around saying like, "Oh yeah, the power companies deliberately shut off power to some areas," but that's kind of how rolling blackouts work. Is like we have to shut down the grid for a certain section of time, and then hopefully get it on this other area. So, like you said, you can turn on the heat for 45 minutes or something like that to get something. But yeah, how you decide when those things happen? There were probably some calls that were made. Can't say anything for sure,
Mm.
but I mean, the world is the way it is for reasons.
A reason, yeah. And one of the most kind of infuriating things about this, and I know that we've gone totally far afield from our usual happy go lucky pod right now, and I'm sorry. It's
Now we're getting into like my area of nice feely NPR pods.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, just make you feel so terrible all the time.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm not sure I like it.
That's okay. We don't do these serious pods all that often, so it's okay.
I'm about to liven this shit up, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Nice.
Talk about the rich get richer.
Okay.
We'll see.
I say we
some of the
take off
articles
and
that
nuke the entire site from
did
orbit.
read with regards to like when they started the rolling blackouts on Monday morning. Like apparently the Texas grid was literally not more than a few minutes away from catastrophic cascading failures, which had that happened would have been even obviously, well, catastrophic. It would have been worse, hence the name catastrophic, but literally probably could have potentially had places down for weeks, if not months, because of how fucked it would have been. So yeah, that's been fun.
Now, can you do that story with like competing red and blue placards like they did in Chernobyl to make it more visually appealing for the audience?
No.
Somebody in chat got it. Fuck the rest of you.
Yeah, I was making faces because there were Windows alert messages going off, and I was like, what is happening? I have a feeling it's because I got a notepad open over this way, and the nuke dropped. And so the hotkeys is just like, that's not a thing in Notepad. You can't do that.
No dropping nukes on Notepad.
That's right. Yeah, that's how my last show notes got corrupted.
Obviously.
We've been doing Than's Weather Watch now for about 20 minutes. Is there anything else that you would like to add to? Not diminishing, obviously.
Yeah.
The other stuff you talked about. Yeah, it sounds like things have Windows error messaged in Texas at the moment.
I mean, it definitely blue screened there for a while. You're not wrong.
That's the sound of the rapture. Bring.
Well, sure, that's Than's perspective, but coming up next on Fox News, we'll tell you why global warming is a hoax and the Green New Deal will kill you in your sleep.
Yeah, for everyone except for Australians. Well, no shutdown noise. Bye, America. That's why I reckon like this whole community needs to move to New Zealand. We got some room for you.
Well, yeah. So funny thing about that, even if you are legally allowed to enter New Zealand, get fucked, because they are currently running some very, very, very strict things to be able to be allowed back into the country. So even if you are a permanent resident, like I actually am, I cannot get back into the country because it's been so long since I've been gone. I'm not considered a returning resident. So there's some other stuff with that. So
tell them you played for Auckland in 2018. That should count.
Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal, actually. I won a national title for Auckland. So
in
How about
2008. It's been a while. I should really
just
stop
leave it?
trading on that.
Look, it's a win. No asterisk. Oh, there was an asterisk. Damn it.
Yeah,
Don't
we
go
didn't
back and
beat
steal
Rusty.
all our vaccines. Hey, look, it's not our problem he didn't want to go to Ballarat.
That's fair. You can only play the teams that are in front of you.
That's right.
And we did.
And we did. Played the shit out of them. Well, it sounds like you had an interesting week. DK, did you have an interesting week? Is there anything that you want to talk about?
I graded, let's see, about 210 papers, I think, in the
yuck.
last 4 days. So, yeah, that was my week. So, I'm more than happy to let you guys have stories time.
Look, I've got a couple. I got a couple I'll smash through, and then we'll get to some like Resupply podcast centric discussions. I like how we led off with impromptu Laser Force discussions. That was very nice. Thank you very much, Glader, for keeping us on track a smidgen. For those
a smidgen, very much a smidgen.
For those who haven't seen the show for the last couple of weeks, your old pal guy next door has been hitting some pretty lucky finds down at the old local dump shop. There is a dump, or what do you guys call them over there? Do you guys call them dumps? Refuse?
Flea market?
No. That's straight up where you take your rubbish. Tips, like a rubbish tip. Do you guys have those there? Or do you just throw it in the street?
Because they call it the street in America.
Yeah. The closest, the closest we have, pawn shops ish, but not really.
But so this is
let me tell you about this little store called GameStop, and I don't know if you ever heard of it.
To the moon. So no, we have pawn shops, and we have opportunity shops and thrift stores and all that stuff here. The dump shop is one step below all of that, because this shop is people will take their rubbish, their household rubbish, that's too big to fit in like a trash can or rubbish bin or whatever, and they take a trailer load of garbage to like a landfill, and they drive the trailer in and they measure the trailer, and they're like, cool, that's $30, go chuck it in that hole over there, and they go and they chuck all their garbage in a hole. Well, attached to this center just down the road, they have a thrift store where they go through all of everyone's garbage that just got thrown out and take out the cool shit that they can resell in the shop. I live like not too far away from the one down the road. Like it's like a 5 minute. Hey Titch, what's up? 5 minute walk from my house, if that. But going there reasonably frequently for quite a while. But the last couple of weeks, I've found a large amount of Nintendo 64 things, which is amazing. Still, it like honestly the last thing I've been thinking about before I go to sleep since I found this box. It's
wow.
It's amazing.
Your wife must be thrilled.
I'm sure she is. 5 minutes from a dump. It's a small dump, but yes, about 5 minutes from a dump.
I was gonna say, this is like where Steve outs himself for literally living on a landfill.
The rent, so good. So Steve got a pop some tags. Oh, we got $20 in his pocket. That's exactly what I sing every time I go down there. Just bombing into the store. Anyway, so I the last few weeks I found some amazing shit down there, and I went back this week and found some more Nintendo 64 stuff. So like, I think I put some photos up somewhere, but this is the shop that keeps on giving. It's basically like I've struck gold down there. I struck oil in the Texas parlance. The other things that I've been sort of shilling the last few weeks is this NBA Top Shot thing. It's a NFT digital stories of people. Hang on, let me just quickly read that. Stories of people buying items from secondhand shops and then finding out they're worth thousands. It's kind of what happened here. Like, I paid $300 for a box of stuff that's worth at least $1,500. It's crazy awesome. But yeah, the NBA Top Shop thing that I've been doing, NFT digital trading cards on the blockchain. Now, you say digital waste of money, heathen. You say that. The last the last couple of days have gone absolutely fucking crazy. I put maybe a half a dozen cards, maybe 10 cards for sale over the last day. And like in order, and just before we started, I was just like, because another card sold. I sold a Kevin Durant card for $200. Somebody paid $200 for digital collectible. G&D and his pyramid scheme.
Totally.
Yep, we've arrived at that moment.
We really have.
But like seriously, I think I spent like $140 on packs of cards so far, and am up to like $700 worth of like cards sold. It's ridiculous.
So dumb.
It's the dumbest.
so dumb.
It's the dumbest thing. But yeah, if you want something that's like on par with Dogecoin or GameStop shares, NBA Top Shot, dude. Get on board. I think this afternoon, what is the CSGO? This afternoon they're doing another pack release. I shouldn't tell people this because the more people that are in, the less opportunity I get to buy cards and sell that shit. But this is great. Can you become one of my consultants? Absolutely, Shawnee. You can. You tell your 3 friends, right? To tell their 3 friends. To tell their 3 friends. And that's how all of us get rich. Definitely. That's how it's
But mostly Steve.
Mostly
me. And then I can live in a place called what? Trophy Wife? Is that what it's called?
That's true.
There are a lot of trophy wives in Trophy Club.
Trophy Club.
You are not wrong.
Not Trophy Wife, sorry.
You already have one of those, man.
It proves that plenty more stupid people are willing to be fleeced. Hey, look, man, these things are cool on their own right. I don't know if they're $200 cool. I mean,
Have
apparently
you
they
met
are.
nerds and their money?
It's
The things
amazing.
people spend money on. It's only a waste of money if people don't enjoy them. So you know what? You buy what you want.
So like $200, $35, $105, $24, $20, $180. Fucking crazy, man. So crazy. So yeah, NBA Top Shot, get on board.
You know what? I say dumb, but at the same time, it's like, if you've got the money to spend and that's the thing you want to spend your money on,
Power to you.
whatever.
Yeah.
Do the things that make you happy and bring you joy.
Look,
and if spending $200
somebody.
on a Kevin Durant ones and zeros brings you joy, cool. And then Steve-O can take your money.
This shit. I once bought a console and didn't even get out of the shop before selling for double the price. That's awesome.
That
You're
is
living
fantastic.
the dream. What kind of console was it? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Because it might have been
Inquiring
me.
minds want to know.
It might have been me that bought it from you. So yeah, NBA Top Shot. Oh, they've just got a wee notification here. Oh, I just sold another card for $200. Boom, as we were speaking. That's fucking crazy, dude.
So what you're saying is that right now this podcast is being super profitable for you.
Yeah, in the last
Steve, since this is company time, that means that we get cut in for a share of that. So,
in the last hour, two
so
cards
good job,
sold.
buddy. You just screwed yourself on that one.
2 cards sold in the last hours for a total of $400. This is just it's
Dumb.
400 US, just FYI. So you know,
So that's what, like
$1,000.
$1,000
yeah, something like that. You spend a little too much time on MTG at the moment. What is MTG?
Magic the
Gathering.
Gathering.
Oh yes, of course. Right, of course.
Yeah. Screw your digital waste of money. We have physical waste of money. So take that.
Nintendo Wii just before Christmas. Oh, I loved me the Nintendo. Sorry, not the Wii U or a Wii. Oh man, there's like a billion Wii's sitting down at the dump shot that I do not want.
Because I still have an original Wii. You can have that one.
Honestly, I have 4 sitting on my shelf over there, and like to buy another.
Pause. Hang
Yeah.
on. The fuck do you have 4 of them for?
Exactly. I thought everyone had 4 Wii's. Is that not the
Well,
case?
so you know how like people used to build like servers out of PS4s and Xbox and stuff? Well, imagine that, but shittier. And that's what you're going for.
Yeah, I'm gonna string them all up and have them mine Bitcoin for me. That's the plan. Um,
No one was buying them and they were cheap.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of what
sadly,
happened.
the PS5 turnaround scheme did not work on the Wii.
There a lot of them are in boxes and shit. I also bought one home from the States. I think Troy gave me one. Speaking of Troy, and I hit him up this morning. So he gave me a box of stuff at Nationals 2018. In fact, he gave me like 3 boxes full of old gaming shit. It was like all my Christmases come at once.
Damn.
So again, for those of you without your Resupply decoder ring on your fingers, Troy is a Laser Force player from the Brisbane site that we have known for years because he is a tournament player as well. Okay, Steve-O, now you can continue, now that it's been set up, who Troy is for the people that don't fucking know who Troy is.
Yeah. Titch.
Troy Mysterious. Why do you have to explain it? I would have just preferred that Troy would just be like this person we reference randomly on the show from time to time.
Troy's my
Bad radio.
Troy's the equivalent of my Tyler Durden, is what Troy is. So Titch said that I use them as door stops. I mean, I could, honestly, I really could. So Troy gave me a few boxes of stuff, and it was amazing. And what I did, I sold some of the shit that he had given me for free, and I felt bad about pocketing the profits. So a couple of years ago, I put that money that I had got into cryptocurrency, into Ethereum specifically. And Ethereum is over $2,000 today, and it was significantly cheaper than that when I invested in crypto for him. So I hit him up this morning, and I was like, "Hey, bro, do you have PayPal? I want to give you a little something." He was like, "This is a scam, right?" That's his first thing.
And that's how Steve took the rest of Troy's money.
I was like, "What else can I take?" And so yeah, he I was like, it's I promise it's not a scam. You can come and like ask me on the show today if you want. He's like, "I'm working, but I believe you." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, I've got it. Let me know if you've got a PayPal or a crypto account, and I'll transfer you a little something something." So I have a decent pay packet coming his way to repay him for his kindness for hooking me out with boxes of stuff several years ago. It kind of paid off, actually. You'll be able to know. He made a...
Shawnee wants to know if you told him that you were a Nigerian prince.
Yeah. All I need, right, is I'm going to transfer you, right, $1 million. All I need for you to do is pay me the $500 something or other fee. And then...
I'd be stupid not to buy it.
Yeah, exactly right. Why would someone try to scam me on the internet? Troy's my spirit animal, definitely. Right, that's what my week's been like. Significantly, it's not a competition, but significantly better than Than's week. Just putting it out there, Than. I mean, no snow.
I mean, I would like to argue with you, but I really can't argue with you on that, like, at all.
It's what happens when you live in Never Never Land, like I do.
Yeah.
So, coming up in the next couple of weeks, we got a few things that are happening. Obviously, today being episode 94.
94.
Yeah.
It says right there on the fucking title of the stream, you bitch.
Yeah, not anywhere on my screen
how are
is
you-
there a title. I don't look. I'm not down in Twitch with you plebs. I have my own thing going on here. All right, I run the show. I am the controller. I am the top.
Oh, get that too, please.
The top of the pyramid scheme is where I am. So yeah, in the next few weeks, Fat Controller. Fuck you, Ducky.
What a savage.
Piece of shit. I'm gonna F you up tomorrow, dude. Oh, that cut so hard. Oh my god.
Ducky's just savage at the most random of times.
Oh god, he just comes in here. He's like, "I have this bat. What can I club? I'm gonna club the baby seal that is guy next door right in the face and steal his pelt."
And it's so good because he does it so infrequently that when it happens, it's like
it cuts
oh.
right to my fatty core.
It's just too bad you don't have the deadpan delivery on the internet that he's capable of
Yeah.
delivering in real life.
That deadpan is so seared in my brain that that's exactly how I read it in my head. So in the next coming up weeks, we have some cool stuff. We're gonna do a rewatchables. We had it pinned for next week. It's possible we push that a week for reasons that will become clearer, but we'll discuss that.
No, we're not pushing it.
We're not pushing it. Fuck it. Right, we're doing it next week. Next Friday night for us in Never Neverland and No News Australia. We will be doing a watch party in Discord of Starship Troopers. If you want to come hang out, you're more than welcome to ! Discord and chat. Boom. And then the following day, we will do our our original idea rewatchables show. But yes, I would like to know more. We'll do that the next day. That's going to be a bunch of fun. But we are in planning phase of the upcoming centennial episode number 100 of the Resupply podcast. And I wanted to talk about some ideas I had kicking around in my head for what we're gonna do or what we could do, and get your guys' feedback on it, and also chat's feedback on it. So
yeah, he has discussed this with us ahead of time, so you're about to see our 100% genuine reactions where we hurt Guy Next Door's feelings.
Now,
Yep, it's gonna be great.
he's like, "Fuck you, fat boy." Oh, so I have actually cut some of these. Oh, it's funny you should mention Rainbow Cake, Morgan. It's funny you should mention. Yesterday I went for a skate, as myself and my wife often do. We went for a skate during the day because we are responsible business owners. It was about 11 o'clock. We went for a skate and no, this is on topic, no tangent. And we skate with a local business pal of ours. Her name is Danny. She runs a business called...
Boy, that must get confusing.
It's not, because Dan is Dan and not Danny, just in case anyone was wondering. Don't call my wife Danny. Hates it. Won't tell people, but like will seethe on the inside. And then I will tell people to their faces, like, it's Dan. Not Danny, Dan.
So what you're saying is if I wanted to get murdered by you or your wife, call her Danny.
There's something already in the post for you.
Nice.
Yeah, don't open it.
Choose the form of the destructor.
So she is Dan. We were skating with our friend Danny, which irks me to say.
Who is a
that's her
different
name.
person.
It's a different person. She runs a business called the Pied Piper. And I was saying, she was like, "Oh, hey, I heard you do internet things." And I was like, "Yes."
That's such a
Yes,
wide...
I do live in a physical human society.
Why did that turn off? Where's my
I don't
lights
know.
gone? Whoa. That's really weird. Anyway, so she...
Just because you made
check
fun of
engines.
Texas and now you're paying the price.
yeah, it's time for our rolling blackout.
I say we take off and nuke the entire site for more.
Okay.
So, there we go. There we go. Cheers. Thanks, Stu. You fixed them. So I was like, yes, I do internet things. She's like, oh, what kind of stuff? And we told her like about the show and about the charity pod, because I think that's the thing she was specifically referring to. And I happened to mention, hey, look, actually, I wanted to come to you because you make amazing desserts. I wanted to get a rainbow cake for the 100th episode, which happens to also be my birthday. And she was like, "Oh, that's such a cool idea." And I was like, "Yeah, I love your rainbow cake. It's so good." And she's like, "Yeah, okay, well, yeah, I'll hook you up with a rainbow cake for the show." And I was like, "No, I mean, I'm going to order one." And she's like, "No. You don't have to order it. I'll sort you out with one." And I was like, "That's amazing." That's so amazing. So that 100th episode is going to be sponsored by the Pied Piper, located in Cade Road, Auckland City. And you guys will see the amazing rainbow cake that we get. So thank you very much, Danny from the Pied Piper. If you're in Auckland and you want some desserts, go and hit up my friend Danny at the Pied Piper. How old will I be? That happens to be my 35th birthday. So as most 35-year-old adult males do, they get a Rainbow Sprinkles birthday cake.
Fuck yeah, it sounds amazing.
Yeah,
It's-
I'm
Fuck the
failing to
haters,
see
man.
I'm failing to see a problem with this.
Oh, there is no problem. Well, no, so the problem is diabetes.
Well, okay, yes, that is a huge problem.
It's a huge problem. I might have to prep for the next few weeks to sort us out. Will your friend give us a G&D discount? Probably not.
Let's
We
be
are not that
brutally
cool.
honest.
I have no sway. Please get a unicorn as well. Ooh, not a bad idea. I might get one just for you, Titch. Right. So
So
That's-
this will be cool because it's your 35th birthday and it'll be 4 days before my birthday. So
80,
that's
right?
Yeah, totally.
it's just low hanging fruit.
Have that and add 2. So
Yes, your fruit does hang lower as you get older.
it does. I have actually noticed that. It's really kind of disturbing. But anyway, moving on.
Your ears get bigger,
That toilet water sure is cold.
Goddamn poop stalagmites. So that's the first thing that's going to be happening for the show, regardless of how anyone else feels about it. It's definitely happening. The other things that I wanted to do, I want to talk to you guys about, seeing as it's a special occasion. On the plus side, you no longer feel old to be playing laser tag. Yes. Seeing as it's a centennial, I figured that we could do it as a fancy dress show, and so we would dress up as like bicentennial people. I couldn't figure out how bicentennial people look, but that's the thing. We could just wear suits and come fancy. So that's the first thing. I could tell by both of your faces you're really into that idea.
I cannot downvote that fast enough. I didn't sacrifice the entire American economy so I could stay home and work in my sweatpants for you to tell me I have to wear a fucking suit for the podcast. Thumbs down.
You're like this. Go get the jacket over.
Wish I had more hands. We could give them titties 4 thumbs down.
All right, that's a big no.
I am gonna have to agree with my illustrious co-host, who is currently next to me on screen. That no, just no,
Just no.
just no.
I'll
Morgan-
put that down like a raise for school teachers.
Smolly is going to get her own cake with blackjack and hookers. That's a great way to celebrate. No fake suit sweats. Oh, no.
Yeah, somebody just ship me one of those tuxedo T-shirts.
If
I'll wear that.
Actually, if people want to like get their own cakes or make their own cakes or whatever, chuck them in the Discord. I would hella love to see everyone like celebrating with us in Discord with their own cake. That'd be amazing. If ever you need an excuse to have your own cake and eat your own cake, this seems like a good time. I fucking can't wait for cake, man. It's gonna be awesome. All right, so that was unanimously disliked by by you two. That's good.
Butthurt because I probably can't fit into whatever suits that I actually still have. Since
right
I've been
there.
having too much cake.
Right there with you, bro. Hey, Tucker, what up, dog?
Hey, Tucker.
Awesome. And share them on the show. That's not a bad idea. We could look to share cake pics on the show. The other thing that I had is because it's 100th episode, right? 100th episode, we do 10 top 10s.
That's a lot of top 10.
It's a lot of top 10s.
Oh no, we have time for that.
So they would have to be fairly rapid fire top 10s. And even then, I think like, yeah, we'd get like 3 top 10s and then struggle for content for the other 7. But that's...
How is that different from usual?
I mean, we struggled today. We're going over an hour. So, whatever.
Have we done like top 10 Nats moments or anything like that?
I'll have to
we've done something in that vein, but
I'll go back and check. I think we've done 2 or 3 top 10s. Top 5s. They were top 5s. Because we did what, top 5 arenas. some other
Yep.
ones. Yeah.
I
This
think we
is-
talked about doing top Nats moments in the past. We're like, oh no, we should save that for like a special occasion.
Yeah. So
all
I
right.
mean, might be that, but so 10 top 10s, to equal 100 Laser Force moments.
I like that 10 times as much as fancy dress idea.
which he liked exactly 0. So you do the math.
So, near really baked, might do it for the resupply. Easy to buy a cute one. You want to make the effort. Maybe badly custom. Oh, some nailed it cake moments. Yes, please. That would be awesome.
That would be fantastic.
If Dolly is listening, friend of the show, it's your girl Dolly. She actually makes rainbow sprinkles cakes for a supermarket that she works at down here. So
Nice.
maybe hit her up for some tips. Top 10 UK tourney drinking moments. Smalley insta win with the titch shots.
Blimey.
Fucking hell. Stupid speech impediment.
Be very.
We'll fix that in post. Don't worry about it.
Titch.
Ugh.
Fucking hell. Don't read everything that's on the teleprompter, Steve. So the last idea I had, and I think the idea that has the most legs. Oh, actually, before I get to that one, I had another one, which is we get the whole community to put together like a 30-second show reel of like, who they are, where they play from, and why they like Laser Force, and we watch all of them, and in the hopes that we get 100 of these things. But then I realized like that's a lot of minutes of of watching video. We already did that one where we watched the highlight package of the charity stream.
All
So
16, yeah.
yeah, hashtag all 16. Go fuck yourself, San Diego. Yeah, so I don't know if that one's a good one, but 1 hour of drinking with you and DK and you couldn't stand up.
I was Smalley. I was talking about.
Excellent.
Yeah. No.
Hashtag some of the 16. So yeah, the last idea, and I think this is the one that we might go with depending on how people think about it. I might have to do more ideas. This one requires no work on behalf of anyone except for me.
I love it already.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Is a resupply know your resupply quiz. So we've done a quiz once before on the show.
Yeah, you totally fucking did, you fucking assholes.
This one will be far more impartial than that one was.
Yeah, for those of you who missed that episode, it was a New Zealand quiz that DK asked the questions on, and shockingly enough, the questions for Steve-O were pretty basic and simple, and the questions for me were definitely not basic or simple. It was almost like
Atlantis tools. I don't know what to tell you.
it was almost like they set me up for comedic purposes. That would never happen on this show.
2 out of 3
Ever.
2 out of 3 resupply hosts would thoroughly disagree with that statement.
Obviously, assholes.
This quiz would be far more impartial. It would be I would host. I would quiz the two of you on general knowledge of things that have happened on the Resupply podcast. And doing it this way means that people at home can play along as well. So if you want to play along and join in the quiz, you're more than welcome to. It would work on the honor system, so people would have to be kind of honest about like whether or not they got a thing right, rather than be like, yeah, 100% of that quiz, fucking easy, bro.
Have you met our community?
Yeah. But it'll be things that have happened during the lifetime of our show. And
shit, bro, I don't even fucking remember shit that's happened on our show.
That's
That's
point.
what will make it entertaining.
Exactly right. So look,
fuck.
if you want to play along, watch this fucking promo. If you want to play along in the quiz, feel free please to go and follow our YouTube channel, and you can rewatch old episodes on there. Play along if you want. I'll try and make the questions relatively easy-ish, but not.
No, you won't.
Not so easy that that both of you end up getting nothing right. So,
You'll make half of them easy.
huh? You make half.
You'll make at least half of them easy.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't say which half.
I have to. It does mean that I've got to go back and listen to all of our old shows now. Which,
Good luck with that.
Yeah, that's really fucking long endeavor. I might figure out the question all 96. God damn.
Oof.
So yeah,
that's a lot.
That's another idea that I had.
Just quiz me on the shows I was drunk for, because I probably don't remember any of that.
So that was what? Anything at Nationals and and the airing of Grievances show.
And I'm pretty sure the first quiz show that I quizzed you guys, because that was supposed to be during our Nats, but otherwise would have been our Nats Award dinner. I think that was when I first started sampling some Fireball on the stream.
Which one?
Yeah.
Which Nats?
That sounds about right.
This most recent, the Nats we were supposed to have.
Oh, Detroit?
Except there was this whole, no, the one that we're supposed to have in Auckland.
Yes, that's right.
When there was this whole thing you might have heard about, there was this virus or something. I don't know. I don't really keep up with the news.
Yeah. Zuckerberg blocked it all.
I went to get on the plane and they're like, "There's no New Zealand, bro." I said, "What?"
Doesn't exist. Go home.
It's a figment of your imagination.
All the
It's a
episodes
CIA plot.
with them
I
wasn't
knew
there.
it. Just like birds.
Yep.
So that is also an option. He was in Cancun. That is something. New Zealand is an illusion. These are great slogans. That is another thing that we could do. So, if you did you guys have any ideas on what the Centennial show could be, or that you would like to do on the show, or anything like that, or it hasn't really.
I love that we're doing our show prep meeting on stream as content for
Now
our
we're
chat.
pulling back the curtain and letting
Yeah.
everybody know how
Yeah,
unprepared
exactly.
we are.
So this is
Exactly.
actually a tip that I got from a different podcast that I watched, and all of their podcasts were just about what were coming up in future podcasts. That's all they would talk about. Every now and again they would talk about something interesting, like every sixth show, but most of the time was leading up to talking about that thing. It's fun. Dude, you guys don't talk about anything. This is dumb.
You gotta work on your transitions. Coming up after the break, we'll tell you why it's a good thing that Auckland Nats was canceled.
Spoiler alert, it wasn't. God damn it.
I don't know. I mean, it is one of those things that, for starters, didn't fucking ever think that we'd have 100 goddamn episodes of this bullshit.
Well-
So
Pull the fuck it up between now and then.
I mean, there is that. Not formal wear, only birthday suits, bruh. I don't.
Not with how cold it is in Texas.
Nah, I don't think people want to see that.
I don't want to see that.
No.
I'll be honest, I still like it better than formal wear. I really hate wearing suits, Steve. That idea could not have gone over worse.
I'm gonna need you to take those cutoffs off. What cutoffs?
There are dozens of us. Dozens!
Well, look, okay. So, in case you like, I don't know if you guys have had any thoughts about what we could do.
Well, I do love me some good top 10 lists.
Mm.
You're always going to get me in for a good top 10 list. I would be willing to take a quiz. I could have my own medicine served back to me. I can dish it out and take it. It's fine.
I don't know. So, I mean, the quiz thing, while it's entertaining, I mean, Steve-O, that's a lot of goddamn work for you. I mean, and not that I don't love foisting work upon you, because it's fucking hilarious, but that's a lot of goddamn work. So I feel like if
It's not that much. I wrote it in like under an hour. It's not that hard.
I don't know if you know this. I've made quizzes before, and they were quite good.
But the idea of doing a top 10 nationals moments, assuming we haven't, I mean, I know that we've done our top 5 personal Nats moments, but a top 5 or a top 10, nationals moments ever.
But that's what those are.
It's all subjective.
Yeah, like especially like, and I suppose if we did 10 top 10s, then we could put together a list. So instead of doing our each individual ones, we could do a full list of what the Resupply rates as their top 10s. And that means that we're doing 10 instead of 30.
which honestly, I mean, because between the three of us, we may have some overlap. That just seems like that seems like a much easier. It seems like a much easier ask. And being able to do stuff that doesn't necessarily directly involve us, like I can think of some Nats moments, like historically, that like for things that we weren't at that have just been like passed down as legend, like that would have been a top 10 Nats moment because it was ridiculous. So I don't know. I think I'm warming up to that idea. Obviously, it means that the three of us will have to actually do some fucking show prep for a change.
Don't lump me in with you lazy fucks.
Bruh,
I work my ass off for this channel, mate. All right.
Hey! I put a lot of work into the rewatchable shows.
I'm sitting
the rest
here
of them I'll admit I do no work for.
Selling off all my fake collectible cards so that I can talk about it on this channel with you guys.
Yeah.
Hashtag humble.
Glader. Yeah. Glader in chat come up with a combined top 10 moments, and then the rest of the time filled in with explaining why it's on there. Yeah, that's pretty much.
That's how top 10 works.
Yeah. That's Glader, thanks for explaining broadcasting to us. That's cool.
What an asshole.
Any other ideas?
Thanks for the advice.
Yeah, because we love.
That's awesome.
We love ideas. Actually, we do love ideas.
No, you got to explain what the top 10
idea
in there. Why are you doing a top? What are you saying, Glader?
Glader's
Better get drunk.
Go home.
Yeah.
Go home. Go home drunk. Go home drunk.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
No, what I mean is why are they in the top 10? Not why are they in the top 10. Why are they in the top 10 moments? 120. 10. Boom. Now.
Mayonnaise on the wall.
Mayonnaise on the wall. That's a great moment. I followed. Smart. Like I had that.
You know what?
Abuse.
I can't argue against that.
Okay, I thought I was tired. No, Smolly, I don't think it's you. Right. Well, we'll come up with some stuff. I think some of those ideas are probably the way we'll go. If anyone wants to throw some ideas up in the Discord, feel free to. We love taking credit for other people's work, so we will happily do that.
100%.
Yeah. And shout out to Stallion. But yeah, if you wanna contribute to how our 100th episode looks, feel free to check the ideas up. I thought about doing some special edition 100th episode merch, with weeks to spare so that people actually get them in time for the show.
That's not going to happen.
That's probably not going to happen.
Only if they're tuxedo t-shirts.
Yeah, but like with the printing, it's got bits of skin like popping out of like the creases and stuff. Or the buttons are strained. Top 10, the host of Dying with Laughter in the stream has been hijacked.
That would only be one show.
Yeah, that's.
We've already had that show. We don't need to relive that one.
No,
Shiny
that was
badges. That's a great idea.
That was a great show in the moment, but goddamn, I do not want to do a show like that again.
I should figure out how to make enamel pins, and we'll get like little Resupply logos with 100 or something on them done in gold. That's fucking awesome. What a great idea, Titch. Trademarked. It's my idea. I love badges. Yeah, me too. Freaking love them. Anyway.
We don't need no stinking badges.
What?
one person or two people in chat got that reference.
You don't.
Oh, I got
DK
it.
DK got it.
The only thing I could think of was like Bad Boys.
Nah.
Oh, I mean, Bad Boys used that same joke. That's not where it's from.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Anyway.
which, as a final point, I watched Bad Boys 3 last night. Now, I'm a person that likes everything. That's a thing that doesn't need to be. It made me so sad. It was garbage, dude. Fucking adding up lore. They talked about... Anyway, didn't like it. Not for me. Loved the first two. Number 3 was
Was it
terrible.
working with ice in like the second one though? I'm like, ooh, that's aged poorly.
Ooh.
No,
I feel
no,
like
I don't
it
think it
worked.
was. I don't think it was ice. I think it was because this one they work with a thing called ammo. That's the name of the team. The other one I think was TNT, or is that from the first one? Might have been.
Was
from
it
the first
dynamite?
Oh fuck if I know.
one. Dynamite.
As you can tell, we're not getting close to a Bad Boys rewatchables here on the Resupply.
Yeah, no, which is a shame because I watch the first two anytime I'm sick.
You'll watch 3 Bad Boys movies, but you still haven't seen Heat.
Yeah,
For shame, Steve.
I've been meaning to. I heard it's good. Shawnee, that's a great idea. We should make Dakota rings, 100th episode Dakota rings. Because I don't actually. Than says it every time I talk to him. Like every time I talk to him, he says Dakota.
He was a fan of that phrase. He likes
says-
that phrase.
Yeah, big fan.
Well,
Don't
again,
give me that look because it happens.
Well, you
You're
have to
like,
understand,
"No,
when
it
Than
doesn't."
was growing up, they only had radio, and there were these popular programs
I
where you
don't.
would have to have.
I
Your
don't. I
secret
don't
decoder
know
ring,
what a
yeah.
decoder ring is. I hear Than talk about it all the time. Don't know what it is.
So that actually was like a thing way back in the day. There used to be like shows for kids and stuff, and you'd have to send away this little decoder ring thing, and then have these little spinning dials. So they would always give out like a secret code at the end of the episode, and then you would decipher it with your little decoder ring. So you have to like spin it around to what the code that they gave you was.
Guys, I spelled.
No, it was like back in the 40s, Titch, not the 60s. They had TV in the 60s. They were civilized, for
They were
God's
like,
sake.
we don't need that. My ring just said "fuck" on it.
Basically, yeah.
Right. Okay. We'll keep working on the Centennial episode, but I'm very excited, mostly because now I know that I'm getting free cake.
I mean, that is a really good reason to be excited. I mean,
Fuck
You know,
yeah.
that should just be the episode. Why are we overthinking this? It just be people just sitting around eating cake.
Yes. If you guys get cake, we can just talk about the cakes that we're eating.
But don't
Cake.
overthink this.
Okay, no talking, just eating. The whole time, just like.
you know, there are OnlyFans channels for that. So
Yeah, like I said before, I can't even remember if I said it on air, but yeah.
It was funnier, but it's still good.
I watch a lot of ASMR, and since moving to a Twitch format, I watch a lot of ASMR live. And some of the stuff that's popping up on recommended channels is, but yeah, very own. It's like it's one step away from OnlyFans. One step away. Yeah, cake. Let them eat cake. Episode 100.
cake.
Already got the episode title and everything. We came with an
Exactly.
episode title more than 3 minutes in advance. That's definitely a new record.
It's the return of Jaunty Than. No, he's moving. Give us a move. ASMR eating needs to not exist. Sometimes I love it though. Ooh, and sometimes I hate it.
People are into different things.
Speaking of eating,
We're not here to
into-
yuck your yum, buddy.
Exactly right. Speaking of eating into mics, tomorrow we have the D&D D&D show where you can hear our good friend Night Owl into the into the microphone.
That was a great segue.
Thank
was
you.
A
Smooth,
plus
right?
on that
That's
one.
good. Come and hang out tomorrow. We'll be playing D&D for a couple of hours. We're gonna talk about changes, DK, like tomorrow or like.
I guess like we have the bigger audience for it now. I can mention it again. But
Gee,
yeah, we're
it's,
probably.
it's almost like you should like set things up multiple times in multiple places because you have different audiences that turn on at different times.
Most people
Yeah.
that would come in on that channel are here today, so except for
You made
some people.
Yeah, so
I don't know if
Just
we
do
were
it-
going to
just do
bring
it
it
both
up
places.
yet, but yeah. DK, you want
So
Yeah.
we're gonna keep doing probably, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 more D&D streams till we get to the end of this particular block, this dungeon module that the guys are in right now, and then we're probably gonna stop D&D for the stream. We'll be probably moving on to playing some other games. I'm not going to say that there won't be streams on that night. The Resupply may be doing something else, but at least for me, I think it's kind of time for a little bit of a change in that arena, and not really something that I feel like I can keep doing at the moment. But gonna keep hanging out, keep doing other shows, and there will be other content on the Resupply, and you might get the same D&D crew playing some other games on occasion.
It's been, I mean, it's been an awesome couple of campaigns. Have you done a couple of campaigns or just a couple of quests in the same campaign?
Yeah, the campaign is just what you call the whole experience with a set of characters.
Right.
So, yeah, we may continue playing off stream for a little while, but yeah, so that's just a change coming up. But we will get some resolution to this dungeon so everybody can figure out what is going on with all the craziness. So we're not going off the air right away. We'll finish this up, and then we'll do something else.
DK
Black
pissed
screen.
kill anyone.
black screen.
Yeah, yeah, it's been an absolute blast. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, we're making some changes, so that'll become more apparent in the next, probably within the month. As we wind down
I'm guessing probably about 2 more eps to finish the dungeon that we're in, but we'll see.
But come hang out tomorrow. We are neck deep in a whole bunch of shit. So you never know. We might finish half an hour into tomorrow's episode.
And that's the solution you get.
But look, for this week, at least, I've been Guy Next Door.
DK.
Nice.
And I've been Than.
Fuck, I loved it. That was good. You got me. I was like, oh, he's not saying anything. Always remember to backtrack, kids. We will see you next week.
Later.
Peace out. Fuck, where's the button? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. This button. This button.
Why me?
I've been throwing daggers in the night. I've been chasing all the stars, stealing all their lights. The cut so sharp, cut so deep. If they seem to hit their target, must be what we reap. 'Cause you don't know what I know. You don't feel the way I feel. All these places I wanna go. Makes me wonder if my looks could kill. I've been throwing daggers in my dreams. If they seem to hit their target, it's harder than it seems. 'Cause you don't know what I know. 'Cause you don't feel the way I feel. In all these places I wanna go. Makes me wonder if my looks could kill.